Alright you guys, so welcome back to my channel. I do want to go ahead and share my favorite fall makeup products because these products right here, I feel like when it comes to the fall time, you just need to have them in your collection. So I do have a bunch in front of me, and if you want to see what they are, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and let's jump right into a video. Okay, so first and first is foundation, and I do have 4 that I feel like when it comes to the fall time, I always wear because typically in the summertime, I can only wear certain foundations because I am super oily. So these products I can finally wear in the cooler months. So actually the first one I do want to mention is the Rare Beauty foundation, and this foundation is super natural on the face. It doesn't control your oils or anything like that. It's just a very natural foundation, and I love it because it looks so nice on the skin. It's a very skin-like foundation, and I could wear it in the summertime, but I did notice with this I was getting a little bit oily, so I prefer to wear this in the cooler months instead. So if you haven't tried this out, make sure you go ahead and check it out. The next one I do have is a NARS Radiant Longwear foundation in the shade Marquises. This one is such a popular favorite, and honestly you could wear it in the summertime as well, but like I mentioned, I do have very oily skin, so certain products I can only wear in the cooler months. But with this, it's such a beautiful foundation on the skin, super natural, and I'm looking on the bottle and it doesn't claim to be a full coverage foundation, but I will say at the same time a little bit does go a long way with this one. So super beautiful. The next one I do have is a McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection foundation, and I always have it in the packaging because it's just so nice. Like, you can't go ahead and throw this away. So let me go ahead and get it out the box. And I do want to mention I'm getting a little bit sick, so my voice is going to go up and down. But this foundation, you guys, is so nice. It's a very natural, lightweight foundation on the skin. But the main thing I love about this foundation is the way it applies on the skin. It is super light coverage, and it's just so beautiful, you guys. And I love the way it applies on the skin. So this is one of my favorites. I know it's super expensive, but at the same time, I do think it's worth it. Now, last but not least, the one that I really love as well, but I have the wrong shade, is a Shishedo Syncro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. This one, I got it in the shade 530 Henna, so it's a little bit too red for my skin, but nonetheless, you guys, it is so nice. With this, I didn't know what to expect, but I do remember that when I put it on the skin, it's kind of super watery, but at the same time, it still kind of controls my oils as well, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And y'all would notice when it comes to the fall time, I love foundations that are super natural and not heavy, which is, you know, what a lot of people like. But for me personally, I really love foundations like this in the fall time, so definitely go ahead and check these ones out. So now moving on to the next category, I do have setting powders, and I know it sounds funny that, you know, I only use certain setting powders in a certain season, but you guys, like I mentioned, a lot of these products are geared towards oily skin, so it will make sense in a little bit. The first one I do have is Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and I have it in the shade Translucent Honey. This powder is so beautiful on the skin, you guys. I am telling you, it is so light and airy, and it gives you a nice filter on your under eyes. But the reason why I love this for the fall time is because I noticed with this, I don't get, you know, that much of a great oil control, so I prefer to wear this in the fall time, and it's so beautiful. And I have it on the face today, as y'all can see, but super nice, has a smoothing effect. I absolutely love it. Now the next one I do have as well is kind of similar to that powder. It's the Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder in the, I was about to say in the shade Veil, but it's a translucent powder. But anyways, this powder is super light on the face as well. It doesn't have that much of a great oil control, but nonetheless, it is beautiful on the skin. And one thing I really love about this powder is the fact that it's actually a translucent powder, because a lot of white powders out there, I am telling you, you go ahead and put it on your face, you do have a white cast, but with this one, it actually just blends right into the skin. All right, so moving on to one of my favorite categories when it comes to the fall time, it is blushes. And I feel like when it comes to fall, I feel like if you don't have, you know, certain colors in your collection, you're missing out. So let me go ahead and go through a couple of them. All right, so starting with one of my favorites, I do have the Makeup Forever blush. It's their orangey blush, and I can never remember the name because it's a mixture of letters and numbers, so I will put it somewhere on here. But this blush is so beautiful, you guys. It's a corally orangey blush, and I do have it on my cheeks today, as y'all can see. It is just so beautiful. I love wearing this, honestly, in the fall time. and the summertime, but nonetheless, I feel like that orangey color is so beautiful in the fall time, as y'all can see. The next one I do want to point out is a BH Cosmetics Vanilla Cherry Truffle blush palette, and it comes with 4 shades. Now when I go ahead and open this up, y'all are gonna be super excited because it just, I don't know, it reminds me of fall because of this purple color right here. This let's see, burnt kind of pinkish orangey blush, and then this one is a nice mauve color. This one I would never wear because it's super light, but nonetheless it is beautiful. So when I tilt it down like this, y'all can see the true colors, and these blushes are so pigmented, you guys. Let me go ahead and swatch them, and y'all can see like a little bit goes a long way, and also smells really good. Like every time I open this up, it smells like candy or cake, I'm not sure, but it smells really good. Okay, so this next one is one of my favorites. I've probably had this for about 4 years now, 3 years now, and I still haven't put a dent in here, which is crazy, but it's an Anastasia blush kits. They're gradient blush kits, and I will say with this, you can go ahead to Marshall's or TJ Maxx, and they do have this for the low. So this is what this palette looks like. Y'all can see why I love it. It has this nice contour, like grayish brown color, which I've never used honestly, but they do have that. It also has this nice peachy orangey color as well. This nice purple, you guys, like if you want a nice contour on your face, this purple would do it. And then last but not least, they have like this brownish chocolatey color as well. So this is a beautiful palette. I always go ahead and pull it out in the fall time just because I feel like it's something you need in your collection, and also you're getting 4 blushes in one. So make sure you go ahead to TJ Maxx and Marshalls if you want to save a little bit of money. But last but not least, I have the MAC Film Noir blush, and this blush, you guys, I just think it's one of the most beautiful blushes out there because it's a true chocolatey purple blush. Let me go ahead and swatch it for you guys. Like this color is low-key scary because it is super pigmented, but if you do it the right way, it will give you a nice contour on the face. So these are all my favorite blushes. I honestly could have showed y'all my whole collection, but when it comes to blushes that I use all the time in the fall time, these are the ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and touch base on the next category, which is eyeshadows. I feel like when it comes to the fall time, you just need to have the right eyeshadows in your collection. It's just such a staple to me. So the first one I do want to talk about is the Believe Beauty Golden Disco eyeshadow palette, and you can find this in the dollar store, you guys, and it's only $5. But I will say at the same time, these are super pigmented. It is insane. For $5, it is a steal. So let me show you guys the colors up close. As y'all can see, definitely fall colors right here. But let me go ahead and swatch them for you guys because I'm telling you, the pigmentation in this is insane. Like for $5, you're getting blinding eyeshadows, y'all. Like when they sent this to me, I think 2 years ago actually, I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and try it. It's from the dollar store. Like it can't be that good. I was shook. I had to go ahead and do a whole review video because I was just so impressed with these. So there's something that I feel like, you know, go ahead to your dollar store, pick it up. You definitely need this eyeshadow palette. Moving on to the next one, I do have the Fairy Tales Storybook Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, and I'm trying to find the name for you guys. I can't see the name on here, but I will attach it below. And it just has the nice colors you need when it comes to fall. When it comes to fall, I will say I love greens, you know, like green eyeshadows. Those are my favorites. And it also has the yellows as well, the gold, and also like the nice brown colors. So definitely a palette. I feel like when it comes to the fall time, you can just go ahead and grab, and you have all the shades you need as well. Now, this palette I know is super controversial, but I don't know. I feel like when it comes to fall, I always pick this palette up, and it's a Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Let me go ahead and open it up so y'all can see. And as I tilt it down, I'm sure y'all can see the dent I put in a couple of the eyeshadows, but these are super pigmented, you guys. Like a little bit goes a long way. Let me give y'all some swatches. But I know it's super controversial, but for me, I think I got a great palette because it blends really well on the eyes. It's super pigmented and it's just perfect for the fall time. So I always pick this one up. So I actually only have 2 more palettes left, and one of them is Natasha Denona Sunset palette. And I will say it is a summer palette, but at the same time, to me, it is a fall palette because it does have like those reds, the oranges, the yellows, and the browns. It's just a beautiful palette, and y'all have seen this on my channel so many times, and I know it's super pricey, but at the same time, I do think it's worth it because with this, it's pigmented, and also you're getting great eyeshadows as well because they will blend nicely on the eyes. Now, we'll give y'all some swatches so y'all can see what I'm talking about. One more shade right there. So y'all can see how pigmented and just beautiful they look on my fingers. Now imagine it on the eyes, y'all. It's a whole different story. But one thing I do want to bring up is I've noticed when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, it is nice to invest in a nice one just because there's no point having 30 eyeshadow palettes if they don't blend well on your eyes. If you have one good palette, you guys, then that's good enough for me. So I do want to go ahead and say that. But last but not least, I do have the Jaclyn Hill palette, and honestly, I don't have to say too much, but when you do see it up close, y'all can realize it has a bunch of fall colors in here. It has your reds, your oranges, your greens up there, your yellows, all of that in one palette, and plus it's super affordable. So I'm not gonna say too much because I'm sure you already have this in your collection, so yeah. Okay, so last but not least, I do have lipsticks, especially liquid lipsticks, because when it comes to the fall time, I think it's so important to have like a nice, lip going on because it just makes the whole entire look. So I do want to go through a couple of the ones I do have, and starting off with the purple shades, I do have the colored Raine Tootsie liquid lipstick and also Kat Von D Exorcism liquid lipstick. I always hate this thing because it just sounds so scary, but Exorcism and also Tootsie as well. These are so beautiful and rich and pigmented. I will give y'all a nice swatch. So this is Tootsie on the back of my hand, as y'all can see. So dark. I love that color. And then also I do have Exorcism, which I will apply next to it. And this one is more of a lighter color, but it's still super dark and rich, as y'all can see right here. So these are these 2 liquid lipsticks that I wear all the time when it comes to the fall time. And if you've been struggling with a purple lipsticks, I'm telling you, these are the ones. So the next sets I do have are more so of like the orangey, like brownish colors. The first one I do want to touch base on is the colored Raine Brick House liquid lipstick, which is such a unique, beautiful color, you guys. This is what it looks like right here. But it has like this orangey reddish color tint to it, which I think is so beautiful. So that's the color right there, and I wear it all the time. The next one I do have is the L'Oreal Amaze liquid lipstick, and this one is a little bit light, you guys. Like, it's super watery on the lips, but nonetheless I still love the color. So let me apply that next to that other color. And y'all can see Amaze is a lot lighter, but at the same time with a nice brown lip liner. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And then last but not least, my absolute favorite orangey liquid lipstick is a Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick in the shade Out Loud. This one is such a staple. Every single time I wear it on my lips, people always ask me what I'm wearing. So I will go ahead and apply it underneath so y'all can see. And I need to get a new one because this one is completely dried out. But nonetheless, y'all can see what this color looks like. And it's a true just orangey color. And when I wear it with a brown lip liner, you guys, it is so beautiful on the lips. And of course, I did have to mention the Fenty Beauty Underdawg lip paint, which is a nice burgundy, deep, rich, beautiful color, you guys. Like, when she came out with this, I just knew I had to grab this because woo, y'all, look at it. It's just a beautiful color because it has hints of red in there, but also brown as well. And it's just so pigmented. Like, it's my favorite fall liquid lipstick, I think, out of everything, because every time I put it on, people always ask what I'm wearing, and it's this shade right here. Like, y'all, look at this. It's just beautiful. So I know you guys are probably thinking, what am I wearing on my lips? And it's a Dose of Colors Chocolate Wasted liquid lipstick, which is my absolute favorite brown liquid lipstick out there, you guys. Like, I don't think there's any liquid lipstick that's this dark and brown out there, but y'all can see it is so rich, it is so pigmented, it's beautiful, it's comfortable. I honestly love their liquid lipstick because it never feels drying on the lips, so I really recommend these. And it's this shade right here, Chocolate Wasted. And I also do have Corked as well. Let me go ahead and grab this one. And it's a caramel color, so I think it's perfect for the fall time. Let me give y'all a swatch as well. But it's just such a beautiful color. So this is what it looks like in the packaging, and then this is what it looks like on the back of my hand. So it's probably hard to see, but if you pair it with a nice brown lip liner, you should be good to go. But last but not least, I do have the Morphe lip gloss in the shade Backstage, which is a nice brownie lip gloss. Okay, I don't know what it is, but when it comes to a lot of lip glosses out there that are brown, I struggle with pigmentation, and with this one it is super pigmented. So I'm gonna give y'all a nice swatch on the back of my hand, and hopefully y'all can see it. But I love wearing this with a dark brown lip liner all over my lips, and I top it off with this color because it just makes it look so nice and vampy. So that's that shade right there, and those were all the liquid lipsticks and lip colors I did want to go ahead and share with you guys. So yeah, that was everything. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know down below any other products that I will be interested in. But I love you guys so much. Make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.